Once again, you are welcome to Evangelist Imakalo TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Imakalo, as you know. Today, I want to speak on who are you without money? Who are you without money? If money is taken aside and your person kept aside, what is your value? Who are you? Are you a corrupt person? Are you a person of integrity? Can you live comfortably? Even if it is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days without having money? Or if you have little money, how can you live your life? Can you impact the life of the people positively if money is not involved, if not for your monetary interest? If you are given leadership, how can you lead when there is no money being generated and being looted from that leadership? Why do you respect people? Is it because they have money and you are aiming to get some money from them? Or do you respect them because they are people with integrity? Why do you respect them? Why do you want people to respect you? Do you seek respect from the people because you have money? Or do you seek respect from the people because of the positive impact you can create in their life even without giving them money? Who are you without money? When you are looking to get rich and there is no genuine opportunities and avenue, who are you? Will you engage into criminality, being desperate to getting rich? Or will you go in the line of the law of diligence, preparing yourself, building up yourself, developing your talent and your skills, then setting the platform for yourself to becoming valuable, to be creating values, and be selling to the people and be making your money? Strategizing genuinely. Do you ever dream of becoming rich, becoming great, becoming excellent by legitimacy or by criminality? These two factors defines who you are without money. Then another factor that defines who you are without money: when there are no messiahs to help you out of your poverty, what can you do as a person to generate money? I don't mean when there is intensive illness holding you down, when you are not able to move around like others to pursue opportunities and developing values to making money. I am talking about the neutral ground, when everything around you is at your favor, but you only lack the opportunity to getting rich and you lack the cash. Who are you? Without further delay, let me go into reading. I'm reading from Amplified Classic. The first one is Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1. It says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." A good name. A good name is good track record. The wise man, King Solomon, after having tested life, both life in the Lord, both life in the world, both life in idolatry, both life in poverty and the life in richness, he came to understand and state out that a good name is better to be chosen than riches, than silver and gold. This good name means good credibility, good reputation, good memory, the legacy your name can communicate when you are alive and after you have left this world. What kind of name has Judas Iscariot kept for himself? The man who betrayed his master for money. And what kind of name has Jesus Christ kept for himself as the Messiah of mankind, who is sacrificial even to the extent of giving his own life? It was not about money. It is about the person he is and the person he has chosen to be. Who are you without money? There are many other Bible characters and modern day people who live their life either waywardly or uprightly, with or without money. So we are trying to separate the monetary power and the personality of every individual. Who are you without money? I came across a video made by Gege. Gege asked this question: aside money, who are you? But in his philosophy, he said, as a man, never abandon that money, never forget about that money, because you are irrelevant without money. But I want to come up with a counter perspective, a counter philosophy, and that philosophy of reality. There is a difference between someone worshiping money because the person is insecure and believe he wants nothing without money, from somebody making money genuinely and utilizing the money genuinely, protecting the money genuinely, without soiling his reputation, without becoming wayward, without becoming a menace in the society, yet making money genuinely and having integrity. So I am coming with the philosophy of making money genuinely, living the genuine life, making the money and protecting the money, and using the money also for the right purpose. Let me go on. Proverbs 28 verse 6. It says, better is the poor man who walks, W-A-L-K-S, who walks, who moves, who lives in his integrity, than he who willfully goes in double and the wrong ways, though he is rich. I read Proverbs 28 verse 6. This is a poor man. Nobody prays to be poor. And poverty is not God's wish for anybody. But it is either as a result of personal negligence or family defects, family line defects, or unavoidable misfortunes that can render people poor. However, he said, a poor person with integrity is better than a rich person who plays double standard. A rich person who makes his money by corruption. Better is a politician with integrity, even though he may not be rich so much, or even though he may not be rich at all, than the politicians who play the double standard of selling out their citizens and exploiting their citizens, embezzling the money belonging to the public for their personal enrichment. Who are you without money? Who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without money? And who is Tinubu without money? Who is Peter Obi without money? Who is Atiku Abubakar without money? These people are four characters known as, the three of them Nigerian politicians, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a freedom fighter. Even without money. Don't you understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more relevant than the rest of the three. Without money. Without money, P2B is second in line among these four people I have mentioned. But with or without money, Tinubu and Atiku are irrelevant because they don't create positive impact to the life of the people. They are only exploiters. I'm just breaking down the content of this video to minimize the time. So from these factors I am hitting upon, you continue to dissect, you continue to deliberate, and continue to disclose some of the factors relating to personality and the money in the life of people. What kind of a person are you when there is no money? And what kind of a person are you when you have the money? Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8 to 14. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. The patient in spirit than the proud in spirit. Without money, there are people who are patient with life, who are patient with God, who are patient with their situation. This is the diligent people who plan, who know the right step to take at a particular time, who take the next step after having climbing the present step of any given time. They plan on how to start up something, how to improve on what they are doing, how to be progressing, how to be meeting up target from time to time, and how to become great. People plan it and they pass through the processes or the procedures. The impatient are the proud who do not want to pass through procedures. They want the get rich quick syndrome, get rich quick scheme. This is what they prefer. But the Bible is better than, it says that better is the end of a thing and the beginning of it. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. The patient in spirit, the diligent is better than the desperate. Verse 10, he said, verse 9, sorry. Do not, I am reading Ecclesiastes chapter 7 from 8 to 14. Now verse 9. Do not be quick in spirit to be angry or vexed, for anger and vexation lodge in the bosom of fools. Some people are foolish by having ill temper. Some people are just being covered by their money. If you remove their money from them, you will see that they are beasts. Some of these people are husbands in marriage. Some of them are wives in marriage. Some of them are respected people in the society. And many people have adopted to the concept of anybody who possesses the money should be respected and followed. And they turn their blind eye to the blind spots, to the dangerous weaknesses of this person or the people who possess the money. Some people are non-entity when money is removed from them. But some people still remain relevant even when they do not have the money. And they become more relevant when they have the money because they discipline themselves enough. They know how to control money and money do not control them. There are people who are controlled by money and there are people who control the money genuinely. Who are you without money? Verse 10. Do not say, why were the old days better than these, for it is not wise or because of wisdom that you ask this. Don't ask that silly questions. Why were the old days better than now? It is because you never planned. you never planned. Today is the future you dreamt of 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. The major reason you are not enjoying the present time is because you never planned for the present time. You only wish to enjoy it. So don't ask this silly question. Ask yourself, what have you been doing through that 20 years you were dreaming for the better future? And you cannot say it is because you met the wealth and the armed robbers or the thieves of any kind come and rob you at once. There is no delay. There is no physical challenge. Sickness keeping you for a long time and consuming your money. You, even if you do not have the cash, you have the time, you have the energy, you have your brain, you have people to work with, but you choose not to do the right thing until now. And you are asking, why was your 20 years back better than now? It is just because you didn't plan it well. When the platform is properly set for you. Verse 11. Wisdom is as good as an inheritance. Watch this word. Wisdom is as good as inheritance. Wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the application of relevant knowledge and understanding. The application of relevant knowledge and understanding, that is wisdom. The Bible is saying that it is a better inheritance. Let me repeat, verse 11. Wisdom is as good as an inheritance. Yes, more excellent it is for those, the living, who see the sun. Wisdom is more excellent than that is for humanity. I will do a comparison between wisdom and money. Verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, even as money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom shields and preserves the life of him who has it. Verse 12. Wisdom versus money in life. Or wisdom versus money in your life. Wisdom versus money in my life. Wisdom is superior to money. Many people lack wisdom, but they have money. And it is the money just covering them. And when the money is removed from them, they become absolutely empty. But people of wisdom never become empty with or without money. Because wisdom is the supreme guide. Wisdom guides life. Wisdom is productive. Wisdom is educational. Wisdom is inspiring. Wisdom is directing. Wisdom is a builder. It is constructive. Money cannot build up wisdom. But wisdom can build up money. I don't mean that wisdom can build up cash. Even if it does that, it can. It is people that think it out to build up the papers and the coins called the money. It is out of wisdom. Wisdom is creative. Without wisdom, creativity is impossible. God even created the world with wisdom. God never came from heaven to the earth with money. And the money never controlled God. But by wisdom, God created the world and everything that it has contained, including the gold, the silver, all of the mineral resources, including humans and human resources, the liquid and the solid minerals, everywhere, the forestry, the animals, the seas, and the great wealth inside of them, known as the fishes, then other aquatic animals, everywhere, the vegetations. God created all of these things through wisdom. Everything we have produced in life is as a result of wisdom. Even this shirt I am wearing is a product of wisdom. There are people whom by wisdom produce this material. It began to generate money. Some people are tailors who sew the clothes and they are paid for it. The tablet I am using to make this video is a product of people's wisdom. They come together, they think of it, realizing the importance, they created it, and people pay them to get copies of the tablet. So it is all about wisdom. Wisdom is superior. Without money, are you wise? Are you wise? Some people are foolish without money. Some people have nothing upheld without money. But some people have a lot of things upheld and they do not love money. They do not have money. But I want to advise these two things are important, money and wisdom. They are important. If you have wisdom and you do not have money, it is a problem. You have to think of, if you don't know how, you contact me, I will teach you how to use that your wisdom and be creating value, and you begin to make money from the value you create. Some people have stock wisdom within them, and this is also the reason the Bible says that the wisdom of the poor man is despised. There are people who are so wise, but they are poor because they don't know how to make use or proper use of their wisdom. And this is what I do. I am a human capital developer. This is the business God has given to me to give to the world, to whomsoever that it interests all around the world. No racism, no ethnicity, no politics, genuinely. Then we negotiate. You pay me where you're supposed to pay me, and I teach you free where I'm supposed to teach you free, just as this video is free to everyone. Yes, let us continue. Verse 13, consider the work of God, who can make straight what he has made crooked. Verse 14 says, in the days of prosperity be joyful, but in the days of diversity consider that God has made the one side by side with the other, so that man may not find out anything that shall be after him. God had made it so. Even God made the life so that in sometimes there will be difficulty, sometimes there will be prosperity. So God is training us to develop the attitude of adaptability, to be adapting to situation, also to be preparing when the day is prospering. Let us take advantage, leverage on the prosperity of the present time to prepare, to secure our future. So God does not create the world so that we will just be enjoying and forget ourselves. God has created the system so that we know everything, the wealth we have today, the resources we have today. We have to think of the future, knowing that the future may not continue the same way it is now. So are you preparing for the future? Are you securing your future? How are you preparing? What foundations are you laying? Economic foundation, business foundation, investment foundation. How are you preparing? Even some people may doubt, how old are you now? How old are you now? Like now, the work I do, the labor work I do to make my money, to meet my end meet. In the next 10 years, I cannot do the same work. Even if I wish, the zeal will go. The necessary energy will not be like that. So I have begun now to prepare myself to plan on how to escape and have something doing, something that will not require my physical strength anymore in the next 10 years. So I have begun to plan it. I'm laying the platform and God is helping me. So I may not even wait until that 10 years and the power will begin to change hand. How are you preparing? Who are you without money? Do you have the intelligence without money? Do you have the wealth up head without money? Do you have the value without money? What can you contribute to building the human society without money? Without money, can you enjoy the life and with people? How can people respect you without money because of what you can offer and whatever? However, money is important. You have to make money, and making that money the genuine way. That is what I teach, and that is whom God represents. God did not create anybody to be poor. Being poor is a personal choice or a mistake somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere that make people poor, and while there is time, the correction should be made. Then let me continue to read Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 16 to 19. Woe to you, O land, when your king is a child or a servant, and when your official feasts in the morning. Verse 17. Happy, fortunate, and to be envied are you, O land, when your king is a free man and of noble birth and character, and when your official feasts at the proper time for strength and not for drunkenness. You know, there are leaders who are wayward. There are leaders without vision. There are leaders who are Epicureans. There are leaders who are frivolous. Leaders who have no plan for the future, for the nation, for the people they lead. The wise man, King Solomon, he said, woe, shame, doom to you, poverty coming to you, hey, failure coming to you when you do not have visionary leaders, when your leaders begin early in the morning to drink alcohol. This is a metaphoric statement. That is when your leaders do not have plan. All they know is to eat, consume, drink, relax, enjoy women, and do all of those nonsensical stuff. No plan for the nation. No plan. All the plan they have for their citizens is to exploit them and to embezzle the money belonging to them, and send the military to clamp down those who may question their misconduct. Woe to such a people. So even some leaders are irrelevant. Even some leaders are so foolish without money. Who are you without money? It is a case of personality versus money. If not money, are you a thief? Are you a prostitute? Are you whosoever? Are you a murderer? Are you very wicked? Are you a very furious person? So, who are you when there is no money? Reading on, then compare where I have read verse 16 to 17 of Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Chapter 10. Compare it to Isaiah 32 verse 8. Now verse 18 of the same Ecclesiastes chapter 10. It says, through indolence, the rafters of state affairs decay, and the roof sinks in, and through idleness of the hands, the house leak. Negligence, laziness, slothfulness, everything begin to deteriorate. There will be retrogression when there is no maintenance and sustenance, when there is no vision. Who are you without money? Verse 19. Instead of repairing the breaches, the officials make a feast for laughter. Instead, they don't care about the damages going on. They make feast for laughter. They just make feast, organize ceremonies, and begin to have fun. Serve wine to cheer life, and depend on tax money to answer for all of it. And depend on tax money to sponsor all of these things. This is where all of these Bible illiterates, 99% of Bible illiterates, proclaiming that money answereth all things without knowing the context. This is the statement, money answereth all things. Money responds to foolishness. Money responds to wisdom. Money responds to idiocy. Money responds to Epicureanism. Money responds to exploitation. Money responds to retrogression. Money responds to deterioration of the community and society. So people can use money to either to build or to destroy. This is what it means that money answereth all things. These are examples of those without money, foolish leaders, visionless leaders without money. Things are going wrong in the society. Rather than talking about how to reorganize the society and progress the society, they are having party, having fun, carrying women along, building mansions for their girlfriends everywhere, riding private jets. They fly, they travel from one country to another. They enjoy themselves, depending on the tax money of the people, depending on the crude oil, the diamond, the gold, the what is this called? The bitumen, all different kinds of solid and liquid minerals belonging to the people to sponsor their foolish and luxurious life. I tell you that I don't want this video to be so long. It's up to 30 minutes here. Oh, I don't want it to be up to 1 hour. I don't want it to be up to 1 hour. So let me continue. Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9 to 12. And it is indeed a source of immense profit for godliness accompanied with contentment. That contentment, which is a sense of inward sufficiency, is great and abundant gain. Contentment with godliness is great and abundant gain. Contentment is verse 9 says, but those who crave to be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish, useless, godless, and hurtful desires that plunge men into ruin and destruction and miserable perishing. Verse 10 says, for the love of money, not money, the love of money is a root, not all root, is a root of all evils. It is through this craving that some have been led astray and have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves through with many acute mental pangs, desperation, lust, discontentment, dissatisfaction, not being satisfied with what God has given to us and what we have at a particular time, and begin to plan our life genuinely from it. It is called greediness. It is called lust. It is called insatiability. Desperation. It leads to desperation, and it is very, very hurtful. So that is the reason I have written these books. This is living a contented life from points of reality. Living a contented life from points of reality. You have to get your copy. It has its electronic copy. It has its soft copy. It has its hard copy. This is lust. Lust and their problems. Lust and their problems. Different kinds of lust and the problems they gender to the lustful people. It is by me, Inyima Kalu. So as soon as you put my name on Google, then it will take you, you click on my name, continue to click on my name, you see the rest of my books. As you know, I am an evangelical author, I am a human capital developer, I am a custodian of Christianity. Who are you without money? So this book teaches you how to live the contented life. The other one, lust and their problem, reveals to you the dangers of lust and the kinds of lust that exist that sabotage human life. So from there you know them. Problems discovered is a problem half solved. While living a contented life from points of reality guides you on how to live the contented life, live the peaceful life, and live the prosperous life, and being in good time with God. Verse 11 says, but as for you, O man of God, flee from all these things. Aim at and pursue righteousness, right standing with God, true goodness, godliness, which is the loving fear of God, and being Christ-like, faith, love, steadfastness, patience, and gentleness of heart. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on the eternal life to which you were summoned and for which you confess the good confession of faith before many witnesses. Apostle Paul admonishing and preparing Timothy, telling him what to focus on, the good side of virtues, so that he will form the good personality, knowing that he is called for a purpose. So to live the purposeful life is more important than cash. It is better we live the purposeful life and make money from it than to be criminal for being desperate to becoming rich. So, who are you without money? What is your contribution to the progress of this world if you do not have money to contribute? And if it is not about you coming to steal money, who are you without money? Who are you without money? So I've finished the reading and the video is coming to an end. So it is important that we learn to separate personality from money. And it is important we learn not to continue to worship money. It should be important that we learn to face the reality of life and begin to live our life based on realities. The reason the world is in very dangerous chaos is because many people are compromised. Many people live the life of double standard, including the politicians all over the world. You may not know this truth, but it is true. The only way for us to live amicably among others is for us to be real. Money is not the only thing we need to be successful. In fact, in times of business and investment, money is even the last thing we need to succeed. There are other factors that we need to input in place, including the relevant knowledge, relevant understanding, then developing our talent, our skills, things that will build us up so that we become attractive to money. There are people whom, if you just remove money from them, they are non-entity. And these are the people who can do anything evil to protect the money and to continue progressing with that money. Even if their actions will consume the life of others, they don't mind. Who are you without money? Think of it, then begin to be genuine, a genuine person, a person of integrity, with or without money. As I have spoken earlier, it is important that we be people of integrity and becoming rich. It is also we become rich by genuineness, not by criminality. So I want to be a person of integrity with richness, with money. And that should be the dream of everybody. It is not only about dreaming it, it is about working for it. You must work for it. Until I come your way once again, I remain your serviceable servant, Evangelist Imakalo. I say to you, bye for now.